So moving on, I kind of represented this graphically. We'll just revise this once using that graphical representation or figurative representation. We'll just revise this once. And we will also, once we finish that, associate which chapter connects to which part of the path that we are talking about. So as we all know, Karma Yoga is the start of the process in terms of the spiritual path. Karma Yoga leads to, so I have basically used the terminology of each of these steps leading to something and that then resulting in the next step. So every step we take, we all anticipate that there should be something that comes out of it. That is what each of these steps leads to. What comes out of following the step. And when you follow the step, it leads to something. What is the result of that will be the next step. So we will go through that. Karma Yoga leads to Karmasu Kaushalam. Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam, which is nothing but dexterity in action. And that dexterity in action or that Karmasu Kaushalam results in Chitta Shuddhi. Chitta Shuddhi then leads to Samatvam or equanimity. Samatvam results in Sadhana Chatushtaya. Sadhana Chatushtaya leads to Adhikari or qualification, and that results in Guru Upasadana. Guru Upasadana leads to Shravana and Manana, listening and discussing, clarifying. And then that results in Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana leads to Samabuddhi, clarity of thought. And Samabuddhi results in Vividisha Sannyasa. Vividisha Sannyasa leads to Avidya Nivritti or removal of ignorance and Vidyananda Prapti or attainment of wisdom. And that then results in Tattva Jnana. Tattva Jnana leads to Bhakti or absolute devotion, which then results in Samadhi or immersion. Samadhi or immersion leads to Atma Tripti, Atma Rathi, Atma Santushti. Delighting in the self, satisfied in the self, contented in the self. And that then results in Aparoksha Jnana. Aparoksha Jnana leads to Nirvedam or dispassion. And Nirvedam results in Samadhi Abhyasa. Samadhi Abhyasa leads to Ashubha Vasana Nivritti or removal of negative tendencies and Shubha Vasana Prapti or gaining of pure positive tendencies, which then results in Vidvat Sannyasa. Vidvat Sannyasa leads to Vasana Nivritti or purgation, eradication of tendencies. And that then results in Jivan Mukti. Jivan Mukti leads to Paramapurushartha, attainment of deep and everlasting happiness. And that results in Brahma, Nirvana or Yogam, which then leads to Satvika Shraddha, pure dedication, pure faith, uncontaminated faith. And Satvika Shraddha results in Videha Mukti. So quickly going back, we saw that chapter 1 is introduction. It sets the context. Chapter 2 is summary. Chapter 3 and 4 deal with Karma Yoga and Chitta Shuddhi. Chapter 5 and 6 deal with Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Chapter 6 also deals with clarity of thought or Samabuddhi. Chapter 5 and 6 also deals with Vividisha Sannyasa, which leads to Avidya Nivritti and Vidyananda Prapti. Actually, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana all together, a person who practices all of these together is a Vividisha Sannyasa. Chapter 7 to 12 deals with Bhakti or absolute devotion, immersion or Samadhi, Atma Tripti, Atma Rathi, Atma Santushti, Tattva Jnana and Aparoksha Jnana. That is chapter 7 to 12. Chapter 13 also specifically deals with Tattva Jnana. Chapter 14 deals with Jivan Mukti. And chapter 15 deals with Paravairagya or dispassion. Chapter 16 deals with Samadhi Abhyasa and Vidvat Sannyasa. Chapter 17 deals with Satvika Shraddha. And chapter 18, of course, is the summary after Bhagavad Gita. So this is what we are now going to embark on.